If you want more clients in your coaching and consulting business in 2026, I'm here to tell you the industry is changing. If you've been in the online space for a while, probably been told to just cold DM 100 strangers a day, hopes that 1% of them are ready to buy, which just isn't aligned. Or just post more on social media, you'll get more clients. Your inbox isn't full of people waiting to work with you. And even when you do post on social media, you get very little reach, even if you spent years building your audience. With the volume of competition increasing, the introduction of AI, trust being at an all-time low. If 5 years from now, you're still depending on these same outdated tactics, I'm sorry to tell you, probably not going to make it. Those who do something different will succeed. And this is the massive opportunity. But only for those who are willing to ditch the hustle till your eyeballs bleed mentality, willing to switch to a new way of building their business in a way that adds to life instead of taking away from it. A way that doesn't require you to spend between 10 to 20 hours a week on sales calls with only a fraction of the people being qualified. A way that honors your body. A way that gets easier over time, not harder. Because contrary to popular belief, actually not about doing more. It's about growing your business in a way that allows you to live your life on your terms. Because the way you build your business is the number one factor determining if you build the business of your dreams or your nightmares, which is why you're going to want to stick around. Because this is part one of a Netflix style video series where I'm going to be breaking down the exact system both me and my clients use to build a 25K a month solo business soulful way. And if you watch, you can implement it too. For those who don't know me, I'm Caroline, and my journey actually started as a chiropractor. I did everything right on paper. School, the certifications, white coat, the keys to my own practice, keys to my second practice because one wasn't enough. Revenue was healthy. Calendar was overflowing. I had back-to-back patients, and looking from the outside in, everyone thought, Caroline, you've made it. So my body wasn't convinced. The more I hustled, the louder the whispers became until they turned into a scream. I knew deep down this wasn't the work that my soul came here to do. So I did the scariest thing that I've ever done. I closed it all. I burned the identity that everyone recognized so I could find the one that my body trusted. And I fell into the trap of building the business that the gurus tell you to build. Sending cold DMs to random strangers on the internet and playing the numbers game. And look, numbers do matter. But here's the deal. One day I even sent 475 DMs. Nobody hated me except for just one person, which completely abolished the belief in my mind that everyone hates it. Really don't. But it got me nowhere fast. I set up the complex funnels with upsell, downsell, every other kind of sales you can imagine. And then I filled my calendar with back-to-back sales calls. I even remember scheduling 20 one-on-one calls on the back of a workshop twice and got exactly 0 clients. At that moment, I thought, shoot me now, I am not doing this anymore. And then when I did get clients, my offers weren't set up in a way that held strong boundaries. One client session, I'll never forget this, lasted 7 hours because I thought they needed it. That one sticks out because it was supposed to be date night, and this led to a fight between me and my husband. The worst thing about it, I knew I had the right skills. I just didn't have the right model. And then I took a step back and realized I'd rebuilt the same hell that I burnt to the ground with my brick and mortar. So I decided at that moment to build this business a different way. Decided to build a business around my life, not the other way around. And after spending tens of thousands of dollars into my own coaches and mentors, I finally created, my humble opinion, the number one system that leverages what works, what feels good doing it. In other words, I've done all the hard testing and validating what doesn't work, so you don't have to. All this the soulful way. Fast forward to today. Both me and my clients are growing 25K a month coaching businesses that can run in 14 hours a week or less, leveraging my step-by-step system that I call the Soulful Operating System. As a result, I've exchanged sales calls for a simple Google or Gamma doc. I've exchanged a full calendar, right space to breathe. I've exchanged hustle and burnout, ease and flow. I've exchanged 18-hour workday to 14-hour work week. And not only does business feel light and fun, it's truly soulful, like filling my soul instead of extracting from it. And it's all driven by a body-first approach that generates leads daily and clients weekly once installed and fully optimized. Here's how the Soulful OS works. It starts with creating one simple ad, brings in new qualified followers each and every day. Next, we provide opportunities, and we warm those leads up with strategic content to turn them from ice cold, red hot on autopilot. Those who are ready become a client with a soulful offer. Those followers to become a lead, a simple lead magnet. That makes it really easy to get started. And only after we blow them away with an incredible experience do we then make an offer for them to stay a long-term client. So effectively, we're turning someone from a follower to a lead, from a lead to a customer, from a customer to a client, and finally from a client to a case study. Now, I'm going to be walking you through each phase in the Soulful Operating System, 6-part Netflix-style video series, step by step. If you want to get started, partner with me to install this entire ecosystem into your business, and check out the description below and let's see if you're a good fit. Let's talk about why the old way doesn't work anymore. If you ever wanted more evidence that things are shifting, why simply doing nothing isn't an option. Google published an article that stated, on average, buyers require 7 hours of content, over 11 touch points across 4 platforms before they're ready to make a buying decision. So just know when these gurus tell you to take someone from being a complete stranger straight to being a high-ticket client, they're talking total BS just to sell you their coaching program. Not only that, the old way of solely depending on organic content is dying. With organic reach dropping almost daily, leaving your revenue in the hands of the algorithm gods is like playing business roulette. Zero predictability, always wondering where the next client is coming from, which is why it's more important than ever. Combine organic content, small paid ad strategy, guarantees new leads and eyeball daily. And with the Soulful OS, you don't need huge marketing budget. You can simply start with just $5 a day, or simply reinvest a percentage of the profit back into your business, with the added bonus of it being a tax-deductible expense. So you can grow your coaching or consulting business predictably without betting the house. The Soulful way works because you have an ad that brings in new qualified leads daily, the price of coffee. You have a system that turns ice cold leads into red hot future clients. You have an offer that makes it easy to get started and easy to stay. This isn't theory, and it's not only working for me, it's been working for clients. Like Miss B, signed a 15K client in just 13 days, collected $6K upfront. Or like Miss K, landed a $5,000 client with a brand new coaching offer. Or like Miss A, who closed a $1,300 client in 21 days with one micro offer. They didn't have some secret advantage, although I think working with me is one. They just decided to install the Soulful OS into their business with me in their corner. So if you're watching this and you're both coachable and willing to do the work, you too could install this very ecosystem into your business in the next 16 weeks. The best part is, it works great for both seasoned veterans who have been building their business for years, and also those who are just getting started. Only landed a handful of clients. Listen, I've had the business with razor thin profit margin, and it only results in high stress every single month. But since moving to the Soulful way, I'm trending more towards 85% profit margin, and I would never go back. This was episode 1, 6-part Netflix-style video series, where I'm breaking down the exact system that my clients are using to build a $25K a month solo business the Soulful way. In the next episode, I'll share the simple 3-step framework clients use to get their body and business on the same page. They can implement the entire system. So click here to check out the next episode right now.